Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Libertarian Insider. We are here today to discuss the Executive Committee meeting of June 9th, 2022. This was a Zoom call, and not a lot happened, but some important things, so we're going to get right into it here. First and foremost, we have who showed up to the meeting. We had Angela McCardle, the chair, Josh Smith, the vice chair, Karen Ann Harlow, secretary, no longer in exile, Todd Hagopian, the treasurer. We also had Rich Bowen, Brian Elliott, and Stephen Nicalia as at-large members. We also had Dave Benner, Dustin Nana, Joseph Eklund, Linnea Gabbard, and Pat Ford for Regions 2, 3, 6, 7, and 8. We also had Kathy Yaniskovich in Region 1 and Robley Hall in Region 8 as alternates. We also had some additional members. We're not going to get into most of those right now, but they are here for your reading if you need them. So, the stated purpose of this meeting was to discuss ballot access related asks from the Libertarian Party of Illinois and New Hampshire and some redistricting issues concerning Missouri. So Mr. Bowen moved to disperse funds in the amount of $15,000 to the Libertarian Party of Illinois for ballot access use, but only when they reach a minimum of 12,500 signatures, but also an additional $15,000 upon reaching 28,750 signatures. So basically they get money to get half, roughly the number they needed to sign up, and then an additional bonus, a stretch goal, if you will, for them. That motion passed with a vote of 6-0-1, as you can see. Everyone in attendance voted yes, except for the chair, who abstains ceremoniously unless she's needed for a tiebreaker, or in the event something they feel really strongly should have a unanimous vote one way or the other. So that passed. So as long as Illinois can get 12,500 signatures, they will get at least $15,000. Now, I did reach out to some members of the Illinois party who were in attendance. They did not respond to me as of yet. I will update you if they do on how they plan to utilize that money. Next up, we had ballot access encumbrance for the Libertarian Party of New Hampshire. Now this section, they did get kind of heated here, and they started talking about some things that, due to the ongoing fracture in the New Hampshire party due to the previous LNC, they opted to vote to go into an executive session after today's business so that they could talk about this in private with New Hampshire. Very interesting. I'm very curious how they're going to, let's say, fight, for lack of a better term, against what's going on in New Hampshire in regards to the previous New Hampshire party that attempted to seize the New Hampshire party. We can get into that sometime if anyone's interested, but at this point it's old news because the new LNC has voted to recognize the current party of New Hampshire as the legitimate party, which is the right call. Now, that being said, before the executive session, they did move to encumber $5,000 to New Hampshire for ballot access immediately. This is not contingent on any vote levels or anything like that. I did reach out to a member of the New Hampshire party, and that person did respond. Basically what they said, this was a show of good faith by the new LNC in order to show they were going to put their money where their mouth was, and they followed through. Again, this vote passed 5-0-1 with the chair abstaining. Mr. Hagopian had a plane to catch, so he was not present for this vote, but presumably, well, he wouldn't have been able to sway the total because it's a majority vote. So that passed, and New Hampshire got $5,000 in the search for ballot access. The person I talked to in the New Hampshire party also expressed disdain for some of the actions of the previous LNC and was happy to see that the new LNC was recognizing that they have two races in New Hampshire that could get New Hampshire ballot access, the Senate and the governor's seat, and they're running for both. And either of those races can affect ballot access for New Hampshire, so this money and any future money the LNC can provide will be well used by the state of New Hampshire, according to those party members. So that is very exciting. Now, we also had a discussion concerning the bipartisan redistricting occurring in Missouri. There Missouri's attempting to retain an attorney in order to fight against this redistricting campaign that presumably would negatively affect libertarian elections. Now, there was no vote taken on this, and I did reach out to Missouri, and they still have not responded as well. But presumably, it's the same thing going on in many states where they redistrict so that the Republicans or Democrat candidates can't lose. Now, Missouri did not ask for money at this time, but they're thinking about asking for up to $10,000 from the LNC in order to retain a lawyer to fight against those redistricting rules. And that is it for today. They did adjourn and spent about 2 hours in that private executive meeting discussing with New Hampshire strategy for the upcoming election in order to mitigate the effects of the exiting previous Libertarian Party. But I'm not privy to that information, and it was private for a reason, so your guess is as good as mine. Let's hope the good guys come out on top. Thank you.